Hi friends, this is Michael, and this is another one of my videos that I'm calling Common Ground. They are my attempt to encourage my brothers and sisters on the left and right to get back into conversations with each other. Even if those conversations are full of passionate debate and disagreement, I'd like us to stop holding each other in contempt and start trying to reason with each other. It has to be possible because what's happening now is so bad for us, so bad for our souls, so bad for our psyches, so bad for our health. It is. So I want to say a belated Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone, including the wacky extremists on both sides, including the haters and the bigots and everyone else. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Um, my my Christmas Eve, day of Christmas Eve wasn't so great. I made the mistake of commenting on a Twitter thread. Maybe it wasn't a mistake, but uh, these people were encouraging their friend to not allow her uncle's girlfriend to come over for Christmas because the uncle's girlfriend was a liberal. And uh, she was asking their advice, and they were saying, kick her to the curb, leave her out in the cold, invite her over, and then don't let her in, kick her ass, um, or just tell her she's not welcome. And I said, look, it's Christmas. Like, I'd like to think we could put these differences aside for a day. And what I said to this thread was, you'd all be welcome in my house, no matter what you believe in. You'd be welcome. Um, my reward for this was being called a fucking communist and a master manipulator because people were refusing to believe the sincerity of my sentiment. They thought I was just posturing or something. And I just thought, once again, we don't know each other. We've been told a lot about each other. Um, if you're a Trump supporter and you only follow Trump supporting uh, news feeds, let us say, then you've been told that all of us on the left are communists and or socialists, abortion crazed heathen who hate the flag, hate liberty, um, and don't believe in the Constitution and are trying to install Sharia law. I still don't know what that is, but apparently, if you ask someone on the right, they'll say that I am a big supporter of Sharia law. And if you're a lefty like me, you've been told that everyone on the right is an uneducated bigot who hates minorities and uh, oh God, what else? Uh, is trying to take away our rights uh, and all of that, and all that goes with that. And in both cases, there are people like that on both sides. There are people that fit those descriptions, but I don't think it's most of us. And the problem is we've been told this and decided, well, I'm not going to speak to those people without actually finding out how they think. I was reminded of a friend of mine, Jewish friend, who came to church with me once. She had never been to church. She was in her 30s, and she came with me to some event. I don't know if it was a baptism or something. And afterwards, I said, "Well, what did you think?" She said, She was in shock. She said, "I liked it." I said, well, "What did you think?" She goes, "Well, I was always told that, churches were really dark places where they chant in Latin and they don't smile and and it's very smoky and dark and scary." And she said, "And you guys were singing and hugging and laughing," and I didn't expect that. Again, she'd been told that, and so that's what she thought it was, and so she never engaged with the church for that reason. Um, I'm always surprised by people, and I like being surprised by people. And it's one of the reasons I wish I had more friends who are Trump followers because I have so many questions. I have a few on Twitter, not a lot, um, and I'm not proud of that. I'd like to know more Trump supporters, and I'd like to have more conversations with Trump supporters about what they believe. And I'd like them to have more conversations with me, and hopefully without calling me names and calling me stupid. Oh, the gentleman who called me a fucking communist followed up to tell me that I was also ignorant uh, and an idiot. Um, Not true. I mean, I'm a pretty smart guy, but I always just bypass that. I'm like, I'm not going to return your insults, but I am interested to know about how he does his research because he said, well, I research everything. I said, well, I'd like to know about that because, he told me that Biden was a communist and and involved in pedophilia, and that the proof was on Hunter's laptop. And I'm like, well, this is something that I do not believe because it's not what I've heard, and I'd like to know, I'd like to know how you came up with this answer through your research. I'm not trying to make the guy look stupid. I want to listen. I don't want anyone to accuse me of not listening. Anyway, the point is, we should be able to talk at least, and uh, and not hold each other in such contempt. Contempt is when you've dismissed the person as not even worth talking to. I will call people, misguided and pig-headed and, all of those things, and they can call me the same thing. I want to have an intelligent conversation, though, that's based on logic and facts and doesn't use the bludgeon of contempt to shut down the conversation. I don't even know if this makes any sense. I hope it does. It sure does to me because I know I say this almost every video that I make, but this isn't working. It's bad for us. It's bad for the health of the nation. It's bad for all of us. So, those are my thoughts for today. I'd love to read yours. Even if you have to call me a fucking communist. You can. I can take it now. I mean, I've had experience. But please leave your comments below, and please, share these with anyone who you think is maybe open to signing on for this little experiment to walk us back into the conversation. I'm especially interested in conversing with right wingers and especially Trump supporters, because I will not dismiss them as stupid or crazy. They are responding to information that they've gotten, and we all have to sort of get together and figure out which information is reliable. I think that's the best step to take. That's all. I'm babbling on. I will be back with more thoughts in the future. Thank you for watching. Bye.